Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Hi, everyone.
How are you all doing today? Hi, Becca. Hi, Christine. Aw, hi, guys. So, as you can see, Ann and I are here. Yay, I gotta scooch over or something. I'm in the wrong camera thing. I don't know. Anyways, um, Ann and I were talking a little bit before we went on, and I told her that I was so disappointed in this project. So, guys, let me give you a little brief rundown of what was going on with the project. And I'll show you what I ended up making, but I do not like it at all. But this is it. There we go. I wanted a summer wreath for my room, right? And I always try to incorporate my rubber stamps in whatever it is that I do. Look at how cute that is. Oh, God.
It's a
But
new crown.
yeah, a new crown. Yeah. Um, but what had happened was I had some stuff with me, but my studio is at home, right? So I don't have access to everything that I do at the house. So I was not feeling good at all. So I got online on Michael's and I ordered some stuff from them. And I had Rich go down. My husband, God bless him, he's just amazing. He went down and picked it up. Well, some of the order they canceled, and I didn't know that until he got back. Hi, Isabel. And of course, he didn't know because he didn't know what I had ordered or what I didn't order. But when I got it, I was just so disappointed, but there wasn't anything I could do. I just had to work with what I had. And so I just went forward and just thought, okay, I'm going to do it how I thought about it. And it's not going to be near as cute as it could have been. But it's a project. So you guys can take it and, put your own creativity to it.
They can.
Right? Yeah. Anne's just looking at me going, you are
Well, no,
insane.
you froze for a second, so I was wondering.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I better not. That better not be an issue after what I am paying for Starlink. It, there better not be any freezing on any end. Oh God, that would be horrible. Did that happen last week, guys? Was there any? Because I have not looked at last week's video, but was it okay? Because that's the first time that I filmed with the Starlink. And Rich and I haven't had any issues at all. It's worked great, but I was just wondering.
Isabel, you're right. We make do.
Yeah. And sometimes you have a project in your head that is so fabulous in your head, but then you start working on it or whatever, and you realize, it's not as cute as I thought it was going to be, or something like that. So, you know, sometimes it happens, and I didn't have enough time to switch and do a whole other project. So,
Just breathe. Just breathe.
so it
Becca
is.
said she ordered 5 things at Michael's one time and they canceled 4 of them. So she drove there for one item. I was actually in Michael's. I had to bring my grandson home to Fargo and I went to Michael's. I was so disappointed.
I told you.
I mean, I haven't been there for a while because it's a drive,
Right.
but I was I was
Yeah.
so disappointed.
Yeah. All of
So
the stuff that I ordered that they canceled, that was the accent stuff that would have made this just absolutely beautiful. I think that you can take this idea and kind of spin it into something else. I don't know if I'll do that once I get home. I'm so frustrated today that I just might pitch it in the trash and just call it one of those projects that you just don't like.
well, As long as they can learn a nugget out of what you're doing, it's all good. Are they going out of business? No, Tink, I don't think they are. They're just so low on stock of everything. I mean,
yeah.
And I went there for fabric. So disappointed.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Not even 2 full rows. I mean, it was one side of one aisle, one side of another, and it wasn't full.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That was the frustration that I was having up at my Michael's, in the high desert. Because I've been saying this now for about a month, where they're starting to gear more towards Hobby Lobby, which no slam against Hobby Lobby. It's a great store, but
love it.
They have so much stuff that's already pre-made, and it's like, that's not the point of crafting. You're supposed to create it. So anyways, that's what's going on today, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed that it didn't come out better, but we're going to plow through and you guys can see what I did and then make it better. Yeah. And then show me.
And then share. Yeah.
Yeah. And then share. Because the other stuff that I got would have been so much prettier. And if I wasn't feeling good, I wanted to layer my sunflowers. So anyways.
Becca, you're right. Most of the good craft stores are gone.
Yep. I know.
Ben Franklin's,
Yeah, we've been through a few closures, haven't we?
Yeah.
All the small businesses with rubber stamps and scrapbooking and all of that. And if you're a paper artist, it's hard to find stuff.
Right. The stores that are making it here are the art stores. And fortunately, the art stores are starting to carry mixed media and some paper products.
Oh, and nice.
Then sewing, quilting shops. They will always be in business.
Yeah. Because sewing, oh my gosh, that's been around, forever and ever. So that's never going to go out of style. But
yes, Isabel, craft kits. That's what they're doing. Lots of kits, and there's no inspiration there. I mean, it's not at all. If you're taking a workshop and you buy a kit because you're learning something.
Yeah.
To just buy kits, not as much.
Yeah, because if we were to do that, you could take, open it up and do it yourself at home. So there's not any instruction in doing kits. There's not that
creativity.
Yeah, creativity and loving what somebody else is doing and getting excited about. Oh, look what that person did, stuff like that. So
and make it your own.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to show you real quick how to make this. And then we'll just go from there.
Okay. I will make Lisa full screen as soon as she's ready. And remember to like, comment, and share this video to be entered for this week's giveaway.
There we go. All right. Oh. That glue gun was hot. Okay, so again, this is what I created. And it's fairly easy, and quick to do. But as I was saying, when I was envisioning it, the other products that I had ordered that they canceled would have been beautiful accents to this. And then what I wanted to do was to layer my stamp images and make it really full. And I think it would have been really pretty that way. But unfortunately, I didn't get to do it. So we're doing this. So let me show you what you got to have to get started. So this is a 10-inch styrofoam wreath that I used. And I used this stamp set this is from Michael's. I thought, well, that would be cool because then you guys can, get supplies right at the store when I was thinking of this. And then also this die set up here also is from Michael's. So I'll show you what those look like. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So basically, it was this stamp set that I had used with the sunflowers on it. And you guys know how much I love my sunflowers. But even these sunflowers didn't really make me smile all that much when I was doing, because I was just, all right. I'm going to stop being negative Nancy. All right. So this is the other die set that I got that was there. I absolutely love these frames. They're really, really decorative, and I just love that. So I used that, and then of course the 10-inch styrofoam, and then also I used some fabric that I got. So I used that, and then ribbons and stuff to, fillers and stuff like that to put on it. Okay. So what we're going to do is start with this. So you're going to take this is 1.5-inch ribbon, and it is wired. So you're just going to take your foam, your wreath, and just cover your wreath with this. Okay. And then from there, what we're going to do, let me grab them here, is I took this sunflower material and I cut it into 2-inch strips, and then I folded them over on each side so they would be finished because I didn't want the fraying. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut 9 of these, and they're, like I said, 2 inches wide, and then do your folds on the sides there. And I believe, I have my ruler on hand this time. I believe this was 9 or 10 inches. 10.5 inches is what I made these. Okay. So you're going to create 9 of them. And then what we're going to do, my glue gun is on. It's nice and hot. So we're just going to take these and wrap them around. Here, I'll start here. This is where I finished. Okay, there we go. And then what we're going to do is just add some glue up here, just to hold them on and hold them together. Okay, like that. And then I went ahead and I ran the glue down each of the sides because I wanted these to go together. Okay. So that's how you're going to do those. And then you put them on, and you're going to put them on about 2 inches. You're going to have a 2-inch gap. And we're just going to do that all the way around. So I'm not going to do that all the way around, guys, because I've already shown you and I don't want you to get extremely bored. So again, I'm going to add some glue right up here at the top. There we go. And then adhere those sides. Ooh, yowza. That is hot. I found it easier to do if I went up instead. But you get the gist, right? So you're going to do that all the way around your wreath. And then once you're done with all of them, then you're going to take your scissors. Right here. Well, first we're going to trim this end off just a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to cut these to make a tail. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around. All right, so once you've got that done, then you're going to rubber stamp, which is, okay, that is my dealy wig, as my mom used to call it. It's what I love to do. So what I did with this was I took the stamp set and I stamped all my images on some white cardstock, heavy cardstock, because I watercolored with a palette this time instead of pencils. So I used a watercolor paper. So what I did was stamped it with my black Gina K, the obsidian ink. And then, of course, I colored it with my watercolor palettes. And then once I got all of them done, and then I cut them all out, and I did 2 of the large ones, 2 of the medium size, and then 1 of the small size. Okay. And then once I had them all done, I went ahead and I took my glitter pen because I wanted to have at least a little bit of shimmer on there. And I just went over it with my glitter pen. And that just kind of gives it just a little extra sparkle. So Pink, you're going to love the little sparkle because you are the sprinkle girl. So we're going to do that on all of the flowers. And then, of course, I also did some leaves. All right. The leaves I did not do anything to. I just stamped them, watercolored them, and cut them out. I did not add the glitter brush to it. So you've got all your images now. They're all stamped. They have all your pretty little shiny glittery stuff. Can you see the glitter? Probably not. Just because I really want you to, but dang it. That's all right. All right. So we've got all of our images done. And then what we're going to do is take the second die and you're going to cut this out twice. Okay. So you're going to do 1. I forgot to punch these out. No, that's all right. We don't need them punched. You guys get the gist. Okay. So you need 1 for your base, and then a second one, you're just going to use the white. So you're going to use like a dark blue for the first one, and then white for the second. And then once you do that, and you have them die cut, then what you're going to do is add the sentiment onto it. And what I did is I offset it a little bit when I put it together. So, I don't know. I just liked it better that way. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tape here. And I'm going to offset that sentiment. And then lay this in. Okay. So make sure that you get it in there good. And for this, you're not going to see the back, so we're not going to worry about it. But just take a little bit of Scotch tape and tape that sentiment in. Okay, so then that way it will stay inside the oval. All right. So we've got this, and last what we do is, oh yeah, okay. So the last thing that I did as far as putting stuff together was I got some of this burlap. This also is 1.5 inches wide, and it's a wired burlap. And I really like this. And what I did with this was I just took it, and let me give you the measurement, because this is about 8 inches, I want to say. Yeah, 8 to 9 inches, guys. Okay, so cut your ribbon, and then we're going to fold this over. And then I just took some sticks that I had and placed that in the center right there. I'm going to cut this one off here. We're going to cut that right off. There we go. And I'm going to add some glue right here in the middle, so that way I know that it's going to stay in place. So add some glue there. Okay. And then you're going to wrap this around just like that on both sides. Okay, and then just glue that little end right here and glue that shut. And then I want to fix this up here a little bit. So I'm going to trim some of this off. Okay. And then you have this cute little floral element that you can add. And then from there, the finishing touch on that was I took some ribbon, some sunflower ribbon. I love this. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to make, well, we'll see if I'm going to make a quick bow. I hope we're going to make a quick bow. All right, so we're going to take that, fold that around. This is how my mama taught me how to do a bow. Because she said that if you do it this way, if you have one-sided ribbon like this, it's always going to be the right sides are always going to be in front. And she's right. I've made probably hundreds of bows with ribbon, and they've all turned out just like she said. So we're just going to pull that tight. There we go. We'll move this out of the way here. And pull that tight. See, then you can just adjust it however you want. But you see what I mean about it being all the right side out? And it works every single time. So let me tighten this up just a smidge. All right. Whoops. Oh, wrong way. Okay, this way. And then we're just going to take this, once you get your bow done, And we're going to take it. I'm trying to tighten it a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to add that right to the front here. A little bit of glue. Right to the front there. And then for the sentiment, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to just create a bow for the sentiment and then add it down here at the bottom of your sentiment. Okay, so we've got that. All right, so now we're going to put this. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do these individually and just glue them on wherever you want them. Or you can do something like this where you kind of lay your design out like this. And just, however you want your flowers to go, lay it out like that. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to add some glue here. Move that out of the way. And then we're just going to tuck our sunflowers in here together. Okay, and then I want to add this other one. I don't know, right about there, I guess. It's however however it looks pretty to you. So I kind of like that. So I'm going to add just a little bit of glue up here. And then I'm going to add this last one. Let's see. Let's go. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe there. Yeah, that looks cute. All right. Take a little bit of glue. And then just add that last flower. Now, what you can do with this, once you have it done, if you want to make it a little bit more stable, then what you can do is once you have it taped or glued together, however you're going to do it, then what you can do is lay down a piece of cardstock and then take a pencil, trace around it. You don't have to be real intricate with it. Just trace it and then cut it smaller than your actual flowers, your flower set. So that way you can adhere those two pages together, and that will give you some more stability for your flowers. Okay, so for these two, I also went ahead and I added some leaves. And just kind of tuck them wherever you think they're going to look cute. I like it right about there. Okay, there we go. And then what you can do once you have this all done now, and like I said, if you want to put that backing on there, great. Uh-oh. Okay, I saw that. I just happened to pop my head up when I saw that. It better not do it again. All right, so then once you have them all together, then you're going to arrange them on your wreath, however, whichever way you want to do it. I did mine here on the left, and you're just going to take a little bit of glue and adhere those. And then once you have those on, then you can kind of, mold your flowers a little bit. I really wanted to do some really pretty layering and stuff that I thought would be really gorgeous. But yeah, that didn't work out very well. But that's all right. All right. And then we're going to take the sentiment and we're going to have a bow here. But you're just going to add your sentiment right here on the top. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to take our little floral pick and we're going to add that right to the side here. There we go. See, just like that. Okay, then we get the finished one again. So that's how you create it. It goes together really quick. Not super quick, but it doesn't take days to make, obviously. But I just thought it was a fun summertime wreath. So there you go. I really think it would be more gorgeous though with layers, with just layers. Built them up, maybe 2 or 3 layers. I think that would be very, very pretty. And then with the accents that I had to put in there. But this is what we got. This is what we're working with, guys. So there you go. Easy peasy. So, all right. That's it for me. Talk amongst yourselves. Well, I switched cameras.
I did star a couple comments. Becca said that the blue and yellow is always a pretty combo, which is true.
Yeah.
And Bonnie said that the blue and yellow look so summery. Isabel's wondering if the mob flowers are lavender.
If
the flowers are lavender?
No. Oh, lavender as in the flower lavender or as in the color?
Like the herb. Yeah, the flowers.
I have no idea.
They look like it, Isabel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a floral pick that I got a bunch. What did I do with the back? Well, it came in a big bunch. So I just kind of separated it and pulled off some pieces that I wanted to use and put it on there. But yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. And it's okay.
Well, for layering, you can always take what you did today and take those stamps and layer on your original one so you wouldn't have to redo everything. And then you could make it the way you wanted.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to, stamp the other images unless I can use these, and I'm going to layer them up. And then also, what's really cute about layering flowers, paper flowers, is you start cutting through the floral image itself. Okay, let me see if I can. That's not on there really tight, so I can pull that off. But what you can do is take your scissors and just go into your flower like, you know what? Let me switch cameras real quick again.
Okay.
So I can show you guys what I'm trying to say. Okay, so just take your scissors and cut into your flower and do it in different places. Don't do each one. You want to do them, like maybe every other or something like that. And then I'm going to take this over here. And then what you can do is then you can take those that you cut and pull them, and then you can mold your flowers. And you can, mold your centers out and mold your flowers. It's so pretty when it's done. And to finish it off, to really, really finish it off, it would be beautiful to have, see, I had all this stuff planned, to add some diamond glaze or something like that on the top. So to kind of give it a glassy look. But do you see what I'm saying with the flowers, with the petals here? If you just cut every once in a while and then pull those, then you can manipulate your paper, and you can manipulate your flowers to look more realistic. So it's just, I've done it on, many, many times on cards when I'm doing cards, but the same thing, you just pull them up and then it just gives it more dimension. And it's so, so pretty. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I am going to finish this up the way I wanted to do it, not the way Michael's made me. Finish it up and add these layers like I wanted, because I think that it's going to be really beautiful with the layers and everything on top. So, but that's what I meant about making it a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's easy to do. You do want to use a heavier cardstock though. If you are going to do that, you do want to make sure that you use a heavier cardstock, because you want your petals to be stable. You don't want the paper to be really flimsy, because then, when you're trying to manipulate it, then you can accidentally tear it, and you don't want to do any of that. So
all the things. So
yeah.
Becca said you could add another ribbon to coordinate with the sunflower pattern in between each one all the way around the wreath, which would fill it in more.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion.
No,
since you
I
don't
love
like it as it is. And layer the flowers. I think layering that flower is going to make it beautiful.
Yeah. I think that, and adding the fillers that I wanted, like Becca was saying, because it's so spaced out, it's just
a base. It's,
it's just very basic. Yeah.
When you do your blog post, if you're going to finish it, you can just do your blog post the way you would have wanted it to be.
Yeah. Well, that's how the photographs are going to be when I photograph it, because I'm not going to photograph this.
No.
But yeah, so Becca, are you talking about taking this sunflower ribbon and adding it in between here? Is that what you mean?
A coordinating ribbon.
Coordinating. Okay, got it.
So it's not sunflowers all the way around, but one that coordinates with it.
Yeah. I had some floral picks that I had that I was going to put in that would have filled it in. So, it just would have been so much prettier, but what are you going to do? But I love suggestions, guys. Love it.
They love the idea of cutting the petals apart. And Isabel says, I wonder if some of Anne's paints would give the petals a lovely sheen. The ones I won from Emerald Creek. Yes.
Definitely.
The watercolor paints, they would give it a beautiful metallic. Yes, they would. Thank you, Isabel. Great suggestion.
Yeah, definitely great. Love that.
We love hearing your guys' input.
Yeah.
Even as designers, there are creative blocks sometimes.
Yeah. And I have no problem with, having people say, why don't you try doing it this way or do it that way or whatever. I am so good with that, because then that suggestion will spark more creativity in my head, and then I can take that suggestion and turn it into how I would do it with that suggestion. Mm-hmm. So it's always fun to get other people's input on your projects.
Yes it is.
Yeah, I totally appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do something different. No, but I'll post it.
The idea is perfect. It's just you didn't like it, so they gave suggestions, which is awesome.
Yes, love that.
Now well, guys,
go to Michael's again
once you get home. Guys, we will be back at 2:00 Central Time, which is about an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm going to show how to decoupage on glass. So, yay. Fun project with tips and tricks, and I hope you guys join us back. But in the meantime, like, share, and comment to enter this week's giveaway. We'll announce last week's winner during my live.
Yeah, we have two weeks that we have to announce.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, we will see you guys back here. And until then, and as always, take a little time to craft.
Because it's good for your soul. We all know that. So
Yep.
we will see you back here. Oh, wait, Isabel, have you thought of using some of the sublimation paints and pens to transfer the fabrics to flowers, or the flowers to fabric? That would be beautiful.
That's a great
Especially
idea.
with
That's a whole other project.
With Artist Breeze ink pads.
Yeah.
You could transfer them, and then you could color in with the Artist Free markers. Love that idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Isabel. That's another project suggestion. Love that. All right, you guys, we'll see you back here in a little over an hour.
Thanks, guys. Bye.